But he took his Anglicanism very seriously, as he took religion. So as you know, I work for the Nunciature, the Vatican Embassy in D.C., from 87 till 92. Ronald Reagan was president the first 2 years, and then George Bush. He really took religion seriously. Anytime the papal nuncio would alert the White House that someone was coming to the United States for a visit, I'm thinking of the Lebanese patriarch. I'm thinking of the Archbishop of Sarajevo during the Serbian crisis. I'm thinking about like an archbishop, say, from Ukraine. Troubled areas of the world, the president would say, would it be possible for me to meet with them? Because he knew the role of the church on the ground and being a great source of inspiration. And can I tell you this once? The nuncio, he asked...
He's like the ambassador, the Pope's ambassador in the United States.
And he played tennis with George Bush. That was Archbishop Piolagi, because the vice president lived right across the street. From the Vatican Embassy at 34th and Mass. And so he got to know Archbishop Laghi. And he said to him, what's this new catechism that has come out? And Archbishop Laghi told him, and he said, well, you know, my son Jeb is marrying a Catholic, and he's going to become a Catholic. I should know more about the faith. So Archbishop Laghi had me take over a catechism. And about 6 months later, we got a call. I guess they had my name in the file. The vice president wants to return the catechism. I said, well, I think he gave it to me.
It was a gift.
I went over.
We have copies.
And it was all these yellow stickums in it. And I opened it, and in red, he had underlined things, and he said, ask Laghi about this, ask Laghi about this. He had read the thing. He had read the catechism.
Not a lot of us haven't.
Wasn't that something?
Wow.
He was genuinely interested. So
Have you had a chance to meet him?
Yes, and then I returned it to Archbishop Laghi, who immediately wrote him and said, no, this is for you. By the way, noticing, so would you come over? And I'll be happy to answer the questions. But there was, so he had a sincerity about his own Episcopalianism and a natural interest in all religions and a deep appreciation for the Catholic Church, especially in its position as major advocate for peace and justice in the world. So
what was it like meeting him in person?
Well, I did get to meet him once because somebody from the bishop in Maine, where he was from, who was a friend, he called us. It was Christmas Eve, and he said, we're trying to send the President and Mrs. Bush live lobsters because he loves Maine lobsters. We're not going to send them to the White House because by the time they go through security, poor things will be X-rayed to death. So we're going to send them to you. He knows they're coming. Give him a call when the lobsters arrive, and here's the number to call, and if you drive them down. So sure enough, they came Christmas Eve morning about 9 o'clock.
When he was president?
When he was president now. And so... So sure enough, I called the number thinking it was going to be the security board, and it was Barbara Bush. She answered the phone. I said, oh, my Lord, Mrs. Bush. And she said, oh, yeah, we're expecting your call. Bring him down. We're going to have him for lunch. So I drove him down, again expecting to drop him off at the front gate. The guard says, oh, yeah, they want you to come up for a cup of coffee. That's how beautiful and genuine they were. I'm a simple priest working at the Nunciature, and I think they would have done that to anybody.
Oh, my gosh. So, that's wonderful.
And I do remember Mrs. Bush at the time, we were talking about past Christmases, as everybody did, as we're having a cup of coffee. And she said, well, I'll never forget, George, remember the Christmas we spent in Bethlehem? And she said, we were in the Holy Land. She said, I think it was when George was with the CIA or something. And we went to Bethlehem for Christmas Mass. And an old Franciscan showed us around. And it was raining and cold, and the Franciscan was soaked to the skin. And it reminded me of the crib because the Franciscan smelled like an old billy goat. This is Mrs. Bush saying that. And she was very down to earth. She was I can remember when I was after the Bushes came in to take over from the Reagans, there was a bus commercial for IKEA. Am I saying it right? There's a store.
The furniture store.
Yeah, and it said, it said IKEA. For Nancy Reagan tastes and Barbara Bush budgets. In other words, down to earth.
That's wonderful. You had such a personal interaction.
Well, I rarely talk about that.
Oh, that's cool,
I met Stan Musial. Hey,